Hey y'all, welcome to the Clock Tower. I'm Colton, here with Brandon. We are down to our final four competitors in the Weiss Schwarz Invitationals, and the final bracket is set to go. We know what everything looks like going forward because of what happened earlier today when Matt took on Davide in the winners final. Matt playing Fate, Davide playing Cardcaptor Sakura. Brandon, this one went to 3 games.
It did. Matt's actually able to come out on top of this one, 2-1. Game one actually goes to Davina. He came out very strong, came out uh, playing out two of the 1-1 Sakuras to get cards that Matt could not reverse. Matt didn't get his Brainstormer on field initially, so he was already behind with that, and Davina kind of steamrolled this game. Matt was trying to counter by getting building by stock because Cardcaptor does not have a stock swapper. So if he could just compress using stock and free freshes to try to get that compression down so he could come back, but it was not enough. Cardcaptor was able to take that first game. Game two, different story. Matt gets the pieces parts that he needs early on. Davida trying to do this same kind of route. Matt has better answers this time. He's able to kind of keep up with Davida, and this gets pushed out into really close end game. Matt's able to use and utilize his compression and is able to stick enough damage on Davida to get that win in the second game. Going into game three, similar story to the second game. Both players kind of going back and forth. So they reach that mid to late game. And at this point, they start just bleeding resources left and right. Matt, again, trying to utilize his free freshes to help save damage. Cardcaptor trying to utilize early plays trying to maintain that kind of advantage. Davida's climaxes finally fail. No longer double and triple canceling just about every turn, as the climax is on bottom and Matt's able to stick the damage necessary for lethal. So Matt takes the series 2-1 and has won the winner's bracket.
So yeah, here we go. The final bracket is set. No more questions to be asked. It's a stepladder from this point on. Ryan and Riaz is the next game. The winner of that game will play Davide, and then the winner of that game will play Matt in the final. A lot to talk about with these top four. We have a couple of people that I think a lot of people expected to be here, Ryan and Riaz, playing each other. Davide has obviously captured a lot of headlines for the way that he's played with Cardcaptor Sakura, as he definitely deserves, given how well he's played. But we haven't talked a lot about Matt, and his Fate deck has just consistently been winning and has lost a lot of the spotlight to Cardcaptor, which I think a lot of people think of as more of an upstart. But Fate hasn't really had a whole lot of opportunity, as we've talked about before, to prove itself in the competitive meta. And now here it is, basically the final boss at this point, just waiting for whoever survives this, these final 2 games. And Matt very quietly is 1 game away from winning this tournament, Brandon.
Absolutely. If you look back at Matt's game history going up against Taya, Brandon, Jesh, Patrick, a lot of different matchups that seemingly not favored either. Realistically, against Cardcaptor, that was only his second loss up to this point.
Yeah, Matt putting together a really fantastic run, and like you said, wasn't really a favorite. I think a lot of people thought that, we talked about Fate before, and I think both of us agree that it's, an A-tier deck, but I don't know if I don't know if a lot of people saw Fate getting this far, especially with such low representation. I think it only had 2 decks at the start of the tournament. But Matt has been leveraging his deck's ability to control the board, especially its ability to refresh and deny, to give himself favorable game states down the stretch.
For sure, it's going to be these last 4 are definitely going to be ones to watch.
So yeah, but that is all that we have as of right now. There are no games currently on the schedule. Again, 3 games left in this tournament. The matchups are set. The bracket is set. Yeah, we are into the last stage, officially, the home stretch. 4 decks, 4 of the world's top players. Should be really interesting to see how it plays out. And as always, we'll update the doobly-doo with the updated streaming schedule as we get games scheduled.
We'll also include a link down below that has a link to the survey that Ian put out for the upcoming finals. We just encourage everyone to fill it out and get hyped because we're looking forward to the end.
And we will be here for that conclusion. Until then, please like, share, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, have a good one.
We'll see you next time.